Alrighty guys, this is going to be a very loose video. Obviously there's not going to be any editing or anything like that, so hang tight here as we do our mitigation factors for RFA offer sheets. So of course by the time you actually see this video, everybody will know what the offer sheets are, and the matching will have already taken place, but I wanted to post this obviously to show you as it happened. As you can see on my screen, I think I may have it I'll zoom in or something there. It is 8:39 on 7/19. I'll pull that up just in case you can't see it. Maybe there, I don't know. Anyway, 8:39 on 7/19. So I'm going to be recording at this time. So just to go over this really quick. So we've had a number of offer sheets, as you guys know. We do a mitigating series of factors based on the team that submitted the offer sheet's offer based on TCV. So if it's 10%, within 10%, 20% of the time they'll sign, 80, easy for me to say, 80% of the time they'll refuse. If the sheet is between 11 and 50%, 70% of the time they'll sign, 20% they'll refuse, 10% is a redraw. And then if a sheet was more than 50% above the owning team's TCV, 90% of the time they sign, 5% of the time they won't, and 5% is a redraw. So we are going to bring you now to the master sheet. And these are all the active, valid, leading, I should say, offer sheets. And then we have our scale. So I'm going to go over the offer sheet sheet real quick here. We have 14 players with leading offer sheets. Now, I say 14, it's actually 12. As you can see here, the Marty Natchez offer was invalid because the TCV did not equal, or excuse me, the TCV did. Excuse me, that was a burp. I just had pretzels. It was fine, but the per year salary was not, had to be at least $7 million on the offer sheet, and the offer sheet was only $5 million. And then the only other offer sheet that was in question was this one, and that is because it was actually less in TCV, as you can see right there, than it was from the original owning team's offer. So it's a good offer sheet, but it is below the threshold, so they will not even get a roll, and Matthew Boldy will sign with Buffalo because it is not within 10%. So again, going back to this real quick, 10% above. So that's the key right there, 10% above. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew. So it was actually 8% below. Now, within 10% above, as you see from the rule, within 10% above, that's everybody else. So we go from 5% all the way up to 950% in TCV. So we've got quite a list to go through here. So what we're going to do is we've got our scales here. We've got our 10% scale, and this right here is for within 10%. Of course, there are 20 signs, and then there are 80 refuses. There's the 11 to 50% scale where we have 70, 20, 10. Yep, 70 signed sheets. Then we have 20 refuses and 10 redraws. And here we have 90 signs, 5 refuses, and of course 5 redraws. And they've all been randomized thanks to Excel and the randomize function. They've all been not only randomized, but they've all been sorted 3 different times. Each tab here has been sorted 3 times to give us true, absolute randomness. All right, so I thought at first we would go from top to bottom, but I think what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to go bottom to top to kind of build up the drama because all the big names are at the top, right? So, or they're close to the top. Actually, they're fairly spread around, to be honest with you here. But we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Okay, so Spencer Knight has a 5% chance, or excuse me, not 5% chance, is within the 10%. So we're going to go to the 10% scale. And then we are going to go to random.org, and I haven't even opened random.org yet. So just to give you guys full transparency here, we've already got it set 1 to 100. And then it'll be based on the row here. So go all the way down to 100 on all 3 of these tabs. Okay, so just one more time to explain. He is within 10% at 5. So that means we go to this scale. We pick a number 1 to 100 and see what it corresponds to. That number is 41. So we got it on a 41. and that is a refuse to sign the offer sheet, and we will mark that as such here. And that'll be red and bold. So this right here, we'll get red and blue. This will actually make pretty. Well, that's too dark. But you get the idea. So we're actually going to make this that color and that white. Perfect. Okay. So the Toronto offer sheet for Spencer Knight was not signed. So he will sign with Montreal at the team offered RFA re-signed contract. All right. So, and as you can see, just as an example, Toronto's offer sheet had a TCV of 10.5 million. The team had a 10 million TCV, so that resulted in a 5%. Okay, moving on up. We're going to a big one here early. Bowen Byram, Calgary property, who Washington has the leading offer on an offer sheet. There were two other offer sheets, Edmonton and New Jersey also offering offer sheets, but Washington's TCV was key. Since it was 16.8 for the team, 22.5, we get 34%. And we are now going to go to the 11 to 50% scale. The 11 to 50% scale. This is 70, 20, 10, remember. So 70% chance they'll sign the sheet. Now we're going to go back to random.org. We're going to generate a number. That number is 13. And we have our first offer sheet signed. So Bowen Byram will be signing the offer sheet. And this, of course, will be green. Bolded. And this will be green here. Bolded. Okay, so Washington has signed Bowen Byram to the offer sheet. That'll be posted, and of course, Calgary will have the time until, I believe, Saturday to match. Again, we're recording this on Wednesday. It's 8:45 p.m. Okay, Will Borgen time. San Jose property. Edmonton with the leading offer. They have 4 leading offers, if you can believe it. And yes, they were draft pick appropriate to remain within the draft pick rules. Edmonton's offer sheet of 2.8 million per year, 4.8 million signing bonus, 18.8 TCV, which of course is 50% higher. It's actually 50 point something, but it's 50% higher than. Oh, actually, that makes a good point. This is a very good point because we have 11 to 50% and 50% plus. So I do believe this will actually go into the third category. This is breaking news here through the tape. Okay, so let me do the math and make sure that this is correct. Okay, the formula is certainly correct. That is, yep, 2.8 times 5 plus, you guys are all shouting the answers to me already. 4.8 gives me 18.8. That as a percentage of 12.5 should be, let me just expand this here. If it's over 50%, it goes into the next category. Okay, so it's 50.4%. That is over 50%. Anything over 50%, remember, we'll go back to the rules real quick just to make sure. Between 11 and 50, anything above 50 gets the third tab and the 50% plus scale. Good thing, good catch, because that would have been, I don't know if it would have been bad or good. It depends, but we'll see. Okay, so now that we got that all sorted out, now let's roll Mr. Will Borgen, who is going to be using this scale. 90% chance he will sign. Let's go back to random.org. 34 is the number, and holy shit. Oh my God. Just to prove it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 refuses. The 5% roll hit right there, clear as day. 34 and 34. So Will Borgen just loves him some San Jose. Wow. Will Borgen is the first 5% hit, and he will refuse to sign Edmonton's offer sheet, which was a good 50% better than, now it was mostly signing bonus, but That made it better, but still, wow, that is some crazy stuff. Could it be a harbinger of things to come? We'll see, because we're on the 50% plus scale the rest of the way. All right, here we go. So now we're Edmonton again. This time it's Alex Alexiev. Calgary's Alex Alexiev received an offer sheet 90% better than than Calgary. So Edmonton again with the offer sheet. They did have the appropriate compensation. And this, by the way, is let me explain these really quick. So because he has 4 second rounders, whichever one is the lowest ranked, and these are in order. So Washington is the best quote unquote pick at the moment, the Washington second. If he would have, if this would have been green, then the Washington second would be the one that would be issued for Will Borgen. So when we get to back up here, it'll still be the Washington pick that is available for the Girlardi role, but we'll see what happens. So just FYI. Okay, so now Alex Alexiev. We're back on Alexiev. He's 90%. So we are going to go to the 50% plus scale, and we're going to roll Mr. Alexiev. 71. 71 is a sign. So Alexiev will sign. And he will be green. We're going every other one here, it seems like. Every other one. That may change here because the odds continue to favor the offer sheet folk. Okay. And once again, just remember you can match, although you've already done that when you're watching this video. All right. Now we're going to Cam Ward. Cam Ward. Wow, that threw me off. Cam Ward. No, Cam York offer sheet here. Washington also submitted a bid, but New York Rangers have the leading bid, 100% better than the team submitted 6.75 million at 13.5 for the Rangers. So again, going to the 50% plus scale. All right, back to random.org for Mr. Cam York. We know 34 is a number to avoid here. 23. 23. And that is a sign. So now we got 2 in a row. Cam York will sign. And moving right along to Edmonton again, Gabe Vilardi. Okay, so just to reiterate, his second pick is still available. The best second pick is still available. He had plenty of second rounders to be able to do this. So if this offer sheet is good, it will be the Washington second in 2024, and then it'll go to the Edmonton second in 2024 up here if this one's good. That's the way we do things here. Okay, so this is Gabe Vilardi, whose TCV was 153% better with Edmonton's offer sheet. All right, so here we go. And this is Chicago's Vilardi, Edmonton with the offer sheet. Of course, we're going to the 50% plus tab. And now we are going to generate 67. 67 is almost a redraw, but it's a sign the sheet. So Vilardi will sign that sheet. Will be green. And this will now be the Washington second, which is the better of the second round picks. And this will now default to the Edmonton or Islanders second round pick. Okay. He does have a fourth second round pick as well, but that didn't factor into this. Okay, so the last one for Edmonton is Shane Pinto, who got interest from Toronto as well. This is a 154% better TCV. So Edmonton trying to sign Pinto. We go to the 50% plus scale again, and we roll 59. 59, almost redraw-ish, but it's a sign sheets. So we got another signer. Edmonton is making waves here. Okay, now the next biggie, biggie in a sense, young prospect, Jamie Drysdale, who got a 169% increase in TCV from Buffalo. All right, so Buffalo, who had players offer sheeted, also sent an offer sheet to the Toronto Maple Leafs to sign Jamie, or they didn't send it to Toronto, but signing Jamie Drysdale. Okay, so 169%, 50% scale. Here we go. And the number is 4. The number is 4. Almost a refuse. Pretty close. But that is a sign the sheet. So, Jamie Drysdale signs an offer sheet with Buffalo for a $3.5 million, $3.5 million signing bonus. All that. Okay, here we go. It is great. 1475. Okay. Now New Jersey, and this is the granddaddy of all the offer sheets. $65 million TCV, which was a hearty 171% increase over Seattle's offer for Stützle. So New Jersey looking to poach Stützle here, and we will do the roll for Stützle, of course, on the 50% plus scale. That little number there, and we will hit generate. The number is 15, and 15 means he will sign the sheet. So Stützle signs the offer sheet with the New Jersey Devils. Chicago also issued an offer sheet in play for Stützle. New Jersey's had the best one. Okay, now we come to the Carolina mean old Hurricanes that send a 326% increase in TCV on lowly goalie Justice Anunin. Justice Anunin, of course, the 23-year-old goaltender who's a 64 OV. Don't ask me why. Kidding. Here we go. Whoops. Sorry. Forgot my thing. 50% scale. Go back up here. And then we hit the number. The number is 48. Daryl Johnston's old number. 48 is a sign sheet. So that is another sign. We are quite on this roll of signings. Of course, the odds favoring it for sure. So Carolina signs Anunin to the offer sheet. And now the second biggest, I believe, by TCV, offer sheet, Cole Caulfield. Buffalo also in contention there, but Anaheim with the lead at $40 million. A hearty 344% increase in TCV from Chicago's offer. And here we go. 50% scale, go back to the top. We do that number there. And then we hit generate. 59. And 59 is, signs the sheet. 59%. I'm sorry, 59. 59 was the number. And Cole Caulfield signs the sheet with Anaheim. Anaheim getting that one done. Okay, and the last but certainly not least, the largest increase in TCV. Again, those lowly Hurricanes. What are they doing? It's just a slight increase in TCV, 950% increase, which should be its own category. It should be automatic. I don't know why Kachenkov would be like, screw Carolina, I'm staying in Edmonton. But here we go. We'll find out. Okay, so we're going to 50% scale again. We go up here, and we hit the true number generator, and the number is 65. 65 for Erik Karlsson, but that is a signed sheet right there. We've got a signed offer sheet. So that's it. So no real surprises except for, I think, Will Borgen was the only real surprise in that he had a 90% chance with a 5% redraw chance and ended up drawing one of the 5 refusing offer sheets. Did not want to go to Edmonton. Edmonton, though, raking in 3 other offer sheets. So not all is lost by Edmonton. And, of course, all these teams probably would have matched all these by now. But thank you for watching. Glad you guys took part. Awesome job by everybody on this. And we will see you at the draft on Sunday.